Here's a pretty popular sort of arrangement problem where they give you a bunch of letters and ask you to rearrange them and say, how many different words can you make here? How many distinguishable four-letter arrangements can be formed using words from English? So pretend you have like 7 Scrabble tiles which have these letters on them, 4 or 7 pieces of wood that have ENGLISH. You can select any 4 of them. You can put them in any order you wish and try to make words. And they don't have to be real words. If you want to do something like lish, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't have to make sense. They just want how many arrangements are there. So if any letter can be in any position, let's say we have 4 gaps here that we have to fill in. There are 7 letters that you could put in the first space. And now that you've done that, there are only 6 tiles left. So you have 6 choices for the next one, and then 5, and then 4. And if you multiply that out, let's see, 42 times 20 should be 840 possibilities if there's no constraints on the order. And now they start constraining the order on us. If they say the first letter has to be an E, you have no choice about that, then okay, we just go on to the letters where we do have some choices. How many choices do we have here? It isn't 7 because they stole our E, so we only have 6 choices there. And then 5, and then 4. Overall 120 choices. So anytime they give you a letter, you don't have any choices for that. You could put a 1 here if you wanted to say, I have 1 choice, I can put the E, and then you carry on as normal. Part C, let's see what they've got here. The first and last letters must be vowels. All right. If you look at these letters and think of them as vowels, we've got E as a vowel, I as a vowel, and that's actually it. So when we're filling in our spaces here, we'll do our restricted spots first, like the way we normally do. The first letter, we have to pick a vowel, and we have 2 to choose from. Now we go to the last space. We have to put a vowel in here, and we already used one of them, so we only have 1 left. There's our vowels. Now, for the middle spaces here, we have to put in remaining letters. We've used both vowels. They're gone. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters left. And now that we've used 1, we have 4 letters left. So 40 words overall that begin and end with a vowel. And indeed, the word must contain G. This is a funny kind of workaround here. You can do this with, if you just put in the G, the trouble is you don't know where to place it. And you might end up having to do this with the G in the first spot, second spot, third spot. Or the sneaky way to do it is this. It's kind of a reverse arrangement we can use here. There are 840 words that we've seen, grand total. How many of them don't contain G? How many ways could we make a word that doesn't have G in it? If we go back to our letters and we say, all right, pretend for a moment G is unavailable, then working without the G, we would have 6, 5, 4, 3, which is 18 times 20, 360 different words. So there are 840 words grand total. There are 360 words which don't contain G. 840 minus 360 tells us there should be 480 words which do contain G. And you're going to be doing this a lot in future questions. Sometimes it's easier to work out the number of ways something doesn't happen and then do a subtraction. So here, 840 words, 360 of them don't have G in them, so that means the other 480 do have a G someplace.